Hey guys, my name is Matimio, and today I have another episode of Sunday Mailbox. This is a video series where you, the viewer, submit your gaming or Battlefield 3 related questions, and then I give my humble opinion on them. If you would like to submit your own question for a future episode, you can do so by sending me a YouTube message with the title line Q&A, and like I said, I could talk about it in an upcoming episode. And the first question for today is, do you think EA and DICE are going to do something like Battlefield 4 Premium Pack, like they did in Battlefield 3? I really hate this kind of marketing, forcing us to buy the game twice to have access to full content. I would like to know your thoughts about so many expansion packs in Battlefield 3, and if you expect the same amount of DLCs like now. Yeah, I definitely think that for Battlefield 4 there is going to be a premium service. I would be very surprised if there wasn't, especially after the crazy success of Battlefield 3. I mean, 6 months after the game was released and they sold 1 million copies. That is a lot of money going into the pockets of EA and DICE. So pretty much you, I, and anyone else who bought Battlefield 3 has shown to the executives or whoever's involved with this type of planning, we've shown to them that we are going to consume these products and we're going to consume a lot of it. I mean, 1 million people is nothing to laugh about. That is a lot of money at stake. So I would be very surprised if they didn't have it for Battlefield 4. I mean, we've shown that there is a lot of money here and a lot of people are going to consume it. So I just honestly think it's going to be in the upcoming title. You also say here that DICE is essentially forcing you to buy the game twice if you want access to the full content. And in my opinion, this statement is pretty ridiculous. I mean, no one is forcing you to buy these DLCs or the premium service. Really, if you spent your $60 when the game was released, you got all the maps, all the weapons, all the vehicles, you got Battlefield 3. And if DICE at the beginning was like, hey, we're not actually going to make any DLCs. Here's the game. I hope you enjoy it. We're going to move on to different projects so that you guys will buy those games and we get more money. But, you know, we'll patch every once in a while so it's not broken. But I hope you guys enjoy. And if that was the case, then you wouldn't even have this argument right now because there wouldn't even be any DLCs that would exist. So you would have the original game and that would be it. But now that they are giving us DLCs, it sounds like you kind of expect them to be free. And while I know that some people would argue that that is how developers should handle things, it would be a great customer service, I just don't see that happening with EA and DICE right now. They've seen the success and how many people are going to purchase these things, so they really don't have the incentive to go down that route. And I would love that to be the case. I would love free content, but I don't see that being the case. But not only that, but when the game was first released, I spent my $60 and I got hundreds of hours of enjoyment out of the game. And when I get hundreds of hours of enjoyment out of $60, I honestly think that is well spent. And now that they're giving me the opportunity to spend $50 to get even more enjoyment out of Battlefield 3, I'm going to jump on that. So it kind of sounds like you feel like you're entitled to these DLCs and all of this content, but really, I don't think that you are. And if you're getting as much enjoyment out of, out of Battlefield 3 and these DLCs, then you really don't have, at least in my opinion, any room to complain. The next question for today is, since there has been another Armored Kill trailer released, I had some thoughts about the tanks killing the air vehicles with only one shot. I am worried that the AC130 will be able to get taken out by tanks. Since the AC130 always flies the same route, everybody can simply learn the routes and take them out in one shot. Hopefully the AC130 won't be able to be taken out so easily by the tanks. What are your thoughts on this? To be honest, I do not think that this is going to be an issue in the slightest. If you've seen the trailer, you'll know that the AC130 is way up in the sky. It is nowhere near the ground, and if a tank driver is somehow able to line up a shot, compensate for bullet drop, bullet velocity, all of those different factors, and they can hit an AC-130 all the time, then they're just a master, and they should get that kill. I mean, that is just a ridiculous target to try to hit. I mean, sure, yeah, they're going to be on that predetermined path, but I just don't think it's going to be that effective or even possible to do that frequently. So yeah, if they're able to, hit the AC-130, I do think they should get the kill because that is just amazing, but I don't think it's going to happen all that often, and even if it is on that predetermined path, it's just going to be so difficult to line up the shot. I mean, right now, the only way I'm able to hit a helicopter or a jet in the tanks is if they're like right next to me or they're flying low, and that's really the only way I can do it. I mean, if you go onto YouTube and you watch those videos where someone will just like shoot randomly and they'll get those crazy helicopter snipes from across the map, those are extremely lucky. Now just think if the AC130 is even higher than that and it's way off in the corner of the map, trying to get that shot is just going to seem a little ridiculous. So I don't think this is going to occur all that often, if at all, and you don't really need to worry. The final question for today is, I have seen a few Battlefielders with an orange colored dog tag that says DICE approved. Would you happen to know how to obtain this specific dog tag? Yeah, the DICE approved dog tags have been out for a while now, and they're pretty hard to get. The only way that I know how to obtain one is if the Battlefield community basically recommends to DICE employees that you deserve it. So a candidate that would fit this category would be someone who has produced a lot of great content, someone who has been supportive of Battlefield, the Battlefield franchise, and DICE over the years, not just for Battlefield 3, but for all the games previous, or someone who has maybe made a website that has helped a lot of Battlefielders out. Something along those lines. That individual would be a contender to be getting this dog tag. And there isn't a lot of people that I know that even have it. I mean, the only YouTubers that I know that have achieved this dog tag is Don't Blink and Grizzle. But other than that, it is a very small pool of individuals. So if you think that you deserve it, maybe you should get some of your friends to send some DICE employees some tweets, and maybe if you're lucky, you'll get it. But that's it for today's Sunday Mailbox. I hope you enjoyed. Now you know what I thought about these 3 topics. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments section below. If you guys enjoyed the video or just want to support my channel, I always appreciate it when you give my videos a rating, and if you haven't already, subscribe for more. But until next time, guys, have a good one and take it easy.